Welcome, my friends. Thanks so much for taking the time to stop by once again as we sample some more great tasting American craft beers with Dr. Dave. Outstanding indeed. Now for our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today. Very interesting beer right here. Very interesting. Heard a lot of things about this, good and bad. So I said, you know what? I'm going to have to try it for myself and see what the story is. But at any rate, it's from Yuengling Brewing Company. Now, they're described as America's oldest brewery. I don't know about all that, but I'll tell you in a minute, somebody you can ask. Yeah, they're out of Pottsville, Pennsylvania. And this is the Hershey's Porter. Matter of fact, it says chocolate porter. Now, it checks in at 4.7% alcohol by volume, and the IBUs are 20. There's no born on date here, but that's okay because a beer like this is not going to go bad anytime soon. I wouldn't want to let it sit around a couple years, but certainly a few months on it is not going to harm it. But if you want to know if this is America's oldest brewery or not, you could look at my friend's channel, Jay Terrio, Louisiana Beer Reviews. I'll make sure I put his link to his channel in the description box. He knows about beers like this. He knows about American brews. Not so much an expert on craft beer, but he does know what he's talking about with these American breweries, especially American lagers. Now, from what I understand, this was born in 1826. Matter of fact, I made a note of it here. Didn't I make a note of it? No, I didn't make a note of it. I'm pretty sure it was 1826 though. But anyway, this has a bottle cap on it. So let's go ahead and grab our tools of the trade here. I got a Susan B. Anthony dollar and my trusty bottle opener. And I put the dollar between the cap and the bottle opener. And that way, when I pull up on it, it doesn't put a dent in the cap. And all I have to do is peel off the sticker and put it on the fridge. My collection is almost complete. Now, I do have, believe it or not, Yuengling branded glassware that I got at a bar one night. And I looked for it. I don't see it. I'm not going to look that much. So we're just going to use this Spiegel glassware. This is designed specifically for porters and stouts. It looks a lot like the IPA glass, but it's not. Let's go ahead and pour this straight in because generally speaking, these beers will make a little bit of foam, but it's not going to last. So it did make some nice foam. Now that's a 12-ounce glass. I'm sorry, a 12-ounce bottle. And this is a 16-ounce glass. So that's why we have so much space there. Beautiful, beautiful color. Now this has a little bit of ruby color here around the edges and at the bottom. You're not going to be able to see that on the screen. Nice, beautiful tan head. Not too much on there. Now if we take our stir stick in a few minutes, we'll bring that head up and make it look real nice. But let's get some aroma first. Woo-wee! Now this has some really nice dark malt aroma. Wow. There's some nice roasted dark malt in there. Yeah. Man, some dark roasted malt. That smells good. Not really picking up the chocolate. And hopefully there's not a lot of chocolate in here because as much as I love chocolate, I don't want it all up in my beer. So let's thank the brewers there at Yuengling, reportedly America's oldest brewery. Let's thank them for all the hard work they did to bring this beer to market. And you see that our head is fizzled out. And I want to thank everybody at home for watching. Thank you so much. Cheers. I do get the chocolate in the flavor. I do get the chocolate. It's a little disappointing though because this to me this is a thin-bodied beer, a thin body. If it had a little more texture to it, it would be a really good beer. But as it is, it just lacks substance. I mean, it has the flavor. and it's got a nice dark roasted malt aroma. But when it runs over your palate, just a little thin bodied. Now, this would go well with a meal. This would go well with a good steak or meatloaf because it's not really powerful to the point where it's going to overwhelm your meal. I think it would complement your meal, if anything. And this would be a good dessert beer as well. Instead of having for example, a chocolate souffle, you can substitute this beer as a digestive. Yeah, but to me, for my taste, it's just a little bit thin bodied. Even the chocolate is just a little. It's just a little MIA. I mean, it has a lovely chocolate aroma. Well, not so much aroma, but flavor. But even that's in the background. You see, I brought that foam back up, but it's not going to last. It's not going to last. No, not much lacing left on the glass. Yeah, it's just a lackluster beer, in my opinion. But the beer was relatively inexpensive too, $1.99 for one bottle. So um, yeah, it is what it is. But Yingling out of Pottsville, Pennsylvania, the Hershey's chocolate porter. A little disappointing. I was expecting a little bit more chocolate. Nice dark roasted malt, so, and I think that's what's going to be the saving grace on this beer is the dark roasted malts because if it didn't have that, it would really be bland. But I tell you what, man, you try it. If you've had it, shoot me an email because I turn off comments for these beer reviews because a lot of people have asked me why. I'll tell you why, man. Some people are just ignorant with their comments. Yeah, I don't need anybody assuming things and making accusations, but you can always shoot me an email. It's under the About tab on my YouTube channel. Love to hear from you. But if you've had one of these beers, and let me know what you think, if you agree or disagree. Whether you agree or disagree is, I'm not going to think anything less about you, because we've all got an opinion, and beer tasting is subjective. Subjective. So anyway, try new things, try it out. Let me know what you think, and to that end, until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes. And as always, cheers.